Phoenix teacher arrested after allegedly peeing into a can while at his desk. Oh, sure. The school makes him use a chair from 1984 and a copier that hasn't worked since the Obama administration. But he's the one being unprofessional? What the f*** is up, Internet? Welcome to the channel, and thank you for checking out this episode of Crazy Ass News. Just reading that headline, I have a few questions, right? Why didn't he just go to the bathroom? I'm assuming this is a prediction, is that this guy has he's gonna claim that he has a medical issue, right? So that's probably why I couldn't go to the bathroom. I am curious to who caught him doing this. I'm gonna guess it was another teacher. I'm gonna say it was a substitute teacher. I don't know why, but I'm giving vibes this dude's been doing this shit for a minute, and somebody new had to catch him. And every other one of these stories that I read on here, there's going to be something that catches me off guard. Right? I'm going to get through this. I'm going to learn some things. And at some point, I'm going to hear a fact of the story that I'm just going to be wait, what? How did that happen? Why isn't that the lead of the story? What would that crazy thing be? I'm going to predict that this guy is dating the female principal on a whim. We'll see if any of that shit is true. The brief. Phoenix teacher Curt Hinton reportedly peed into a can while at his classroom desk, and some students said they saw his private parts. Oh my god, it was the students that caught him? Okay, so first prediction is wrong. Damn, the kids saw him? He was doing it with kids in the classroom? What the fuck, Curt? You gotta get your shit together. This better be a health situation or fucking yikes. He reportedly told police that he did pee into a can, but that he kept himself properly covered. Dude, Curt, what is your definition of properly? How do you stealth piss in a can? I'm assuming it's aluminum, or yeah, a metal can. How are you stealth pissing in a can in a room full of fucking kids? Why did this guy think he could get away with doing this? I feel like I don't know. I thought this might be a funny story, but now I'm concerned that Curt is definitely a creeper. He was arrested and is on temporary leave from the school as the investigation continues. Temporary leave? So far, now look, we're only 3 fucking sentences into this story, and I'm keep this guy away from those kids. Jesus. The kids, I don't know, depends on if he's liked or not. I don't know what grade these kids are in. But the kids probably aren't gonna lie about seeing your junk, Curt. If you had your shit out, kids aren't as dumb as we like to think they are. They saw that shit. If they may have seen your dick. A Phoenix elementary school? Dude, this is an elementary school? Oh no. Yeah, these kids aren't lying, dude. He's accused of criminal charges after police say he peed into a can during class and students saw his private parts. This is during class. This isn't a homeroom. This isn't everybody's gathering up their stuff to either leave or people are coming in with the class period changing. This was during class. What the hell, man? According to the school's website and his LinkedIn page, Curt Hinton served in the Army before becoming an English teacher at Wilson Elementary School. So Wilson Elementary School in Phoenix. So this dude was in the Army? I wonder if he had active. This is I'm gonna say I'm still convinced that this guy's gonna say that this is a health issue. That's the only thing, and that he may be dating the principal. I don't know. That was seeming less likely, but I wouldn't have guessed that he was in the military. That's for sure. The Wilson School District says he is currently on temporary leave after his arrest. Yeah, man. Yeah, they just gotta can this guy. Like, he's gotta have a really good goddamn excuse, man. That's for sure. According to court paperwork, the incident happened on Tuesday, March 18th. 4 students, a 12-year-old boy and 3 11-year-old girls, went to the principal to share what they said they witnessed. Oh, wow. So this is after class. So he pissed in a can, and these kids were just like, look, man, this guy is nuts. One kid said, I saw his nuts. Like, this shit is nuts. We gotta go tell on him. That is crazy. Oh no, they're gonna go into detail here. Buckle up. After hearing a zip and the sound of running water, yeah, like you can't stealth piss into a can, man. They looked over to see their teacher peeing into a can while sitting at his desk. The students said they saw his exposed penis before he adjusted his pants and belt. Bro, why can't this guy just excuse himself? Like, if you have to go, when does the decision-making process say, look, fuck it, I'm gonna have to piss in the room with these kids? There had to be other options. Is this guy just pounding fucking Starbucks all day and just can't hold his piss? I'm still holding out hope that this is a medical thing, but I don't know, man. He's just pissing in front of these kids. What the fuck? When officers talked to Hinton, he allegedly admitted that while in class he peed in a can, but insisted he kept himself properly covered. There's just no way to do that, man. There's no way to properly cover yourself while you're pissing in public. I mean, dude, what the fuck? When asked why this happened, Hinton said he didn't know how to get in contact with another teacher to watch his class, so he reverted to what he did in the military when he couldn't leave a spot. No way. He didn't know how to get in contact with another teacher to watch his class? That is not a good enough excuse, bro. That is not a good enough excuse. A class is what, half hour? 45 minutes? I mean, a piss can creep up on you, man. You could be just vibing. And then as soon as that thought enters your mind that you have to take a piss, it's hard to turn that shit off. I get that, right? I get that. But man, you have to just be like, you have to pick the most responsible student at that point and say, Joan, watch the class. I'll be right back. I mean, all you had to do was piss. You don't have to shit. But the fact that he had just a can laying around, I think this is not the first time he did. This is just the first time he got caught. And he was pissing in cans when he was in the military? When he couldn't leave, like, watch? I don't believe that either. I have a hard time believing that the military's like, take a piss can with you. When you could just piss by a fucking tree or something. It's not like you're gonna get like and I don't know, man. This guy's story is not adding up. I think this guy's just a creep. I think he just wanted to piss in front of these fucking kids as some kind of goddamn weirdo. Hinton admitted multiple times that his actions were a poor use of judgment and that he made a mistake. He also said he was new to the school. Oh, so I guess I was wrong. This isn't something that he's been doing. This is he's new to the school. What the fuck, man? So he's a rookie at this school and he just kind of resorted to fucking muscle memory. In a jam, he just pissed in a can. That's not good. That is not good. Damn. Man, I was really hoping this was a medical thing so that I couldn't be like, I couldn't know that a guy just chose to piss in a room full of kids. I mean, that's fucking stomach turning. Jesus, man. What the fuck is wrong with people? Parents at Wilson Elementary School near Fillmore and 30th Streets in Phoenix can hardly believe the allegations. Yeah, I mean, imagine. You know what I mean? Usually if the school calls, Your kid fucked up, right? Your kid pissed in front of somebody or did something with piss. You know what I mean? Especially if it's elementary school. These kids are pissing all over the goddamn place. They just don't have control yet of their fucking bodily functions. But this is a grown-ass man. This is a teacher. A fucking, what'd they call him? A history teacher? English teacher. Oh, shit. Okay, so English teacher. Man. I don't know, man. I just think this guy is cooked. It's shocking to myself to know that, you know what I mean. What? It's shocking to myself to even know that. You know what I mean? They did not tell me anything about it. This teacher's like, this parent's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Wow. So they're just interviewing people on the street, Yahoo News. God damn, man. Yeah, this isn't good. What the fuck would drive you to do this? I mean, if I'm a teacher and I have to piss, I'm just gonna be like, kids, I'll be right back. And if the camera's watching you, if you do anything crazy, we'll know about it or something. I mean, there's definitely more options than just fucking piss in a can. That's like the last thing you're gonna. I don't even know. I don't understand the decision-making process here. He was booked into jail on suspicion of 4 felony counts of indecent exposure after appearing in front of a judge. Hinton was given a $10,000 secured appearance bond, so he's like out. Man, I know it was wrong, but I had to go. It's insane. It reminds me. Now, this is a pretty bad excuse. I had a pretty bad excuse one New Year's Eve. I got caught by a cop pissing in public, and yeah, I just told him it wasn't me. That I wasn't pissing. And it was so funny because the cop goes, if I walk over there, because I was pissing up against a wall, at the craziest timing, like walking back from New Year's party at a bar, and I have to go. I can't hold it. So I walk up to the side of a building, and literally as soon as I unzip, a cop pulls into a parking garage right next to me and sees me saddled up against this wall. And, you know, I tried to lie myself out of it. I was pretty drunk at the time, but the cop was like, if I go over there and there's a yellow snow, I'm giving you the biggest fine I possibly can. I think that shit was like $350. That shit hurt. It took me a minute to pay off that, because, I mean, who the fuck's got $350? Most expensive piss I ever took, that's for sure. But, compared to this, that was pretty innocent. I think this is fucked up. This is pretty fucked up. The district said it does not have a formal policy barring teachers from using the bathroom. Instead, teachers will usually ask each other to watch their class for a moment. But I don't know, how does that work? Because then you just have a teacher like hanging out in the hallway. Like, why wouldn't you just snag up? If you, like I said, a piss can sneak up on you. But you just have to be more aware. You have to know, look, I just drank a fucking, you know what I mean? I just drank a Monster. Or whatever this guy's. If I had to teach fucking elementary school kids, I was going to say I'd be drinking vodka, but it's probably more frowned upon than even fucking pissing in front of them, actually. Yeah, you would have to have a Monster or something just to get the energy up to combat these fucking kids. So he might just be pounding Monsters or, like I said earlier, Starbucks, and just didn't keep track of how many drinks he had. And that piss snuck up on him, caught him by surprise, and he just... I mean, it's so crazy. If you have to go to the bathroom, it's really hard to tamp that down. Man. It's just not a good enough excuse, man. You just have to leave. I mean, even if you can't find a teacher, threaten those fucking kids with something more homework or something. If I find out that you guys did something you're not supposed to. And I mean, it's depending on how far away the bathroom is. There's just no reason. There's just no reason to piss in a can in front of a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds. What, 12 and 11-year-olds? No, nothing about that is good. Fox 10 reached out to Hinton, offering him a chance to share his side of the story, but we never heard back. He will appear back in court on March 26th. Yeah, he's not proud of this, man. He's not proud of this. That is crazy. Let's read through this last little bit. This is the school's response, the school district's response. We'll just read this whole thing. We're actively working with the Phoenix Police Department regarding this matter. In accordance with policy, Wilson Elementary School District cannot provide details regarding personal matters. I don't know if this is a personal matter, though. This affects, like, a lot of people. However, we can confirm that the teacher has been placed on administrative leave pending further action, has been relieved of all duties, and relieved... Sorry, that stuck out to me like a sore thumb. And has been arrested. We are unable to provide any additional comments on this matter. Wilson Elementary School District prioritizes the safety and supervision of students at all times. While there is no specific policy solely addressing teacher restroom use. I mean, yeah, I wonder why there isn't, though. I mean, schools have existed for a long fucking time. I mean, you assume that something as trivial as going to the bathroom is something that would come up in the rule book. Like when you can use the bathroom, the protocol of if you have to go to the bathroom in class. I mean, it's probably not the first time that a teacher just was like, look, I gotta go. First time somebody pissed in a can in front of the kids. But I'm sure that it's not the first time there's an emergency. I'm surprised there's not some kind of like standard policy. Huh. That is kind of weird. It is standard practice for teachers to ensure appropriate coverage of their classrooms when they need to step away briefly. This typically involves coordinating with a neighboring teacher, instructional aide, or school administrator to ensure students remain supervised. Yeah, they don't want these kids fucking unsupervised. Because a bunch of 11, 12-year-olds with no adults around can get pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, but I mean, counting on the other teacher to be free. He didn't know how to do this, though? Like, what's the neighboring teacher? So I'm assuming that means the classroom across the hall or the next class down the hallway. You would want it to be the one across the hall so the teacher could just kind of stand in and listen to both rooms. Sounds pretty fucking complicated, but dude, there's just... I guess he's not gonna fucking date I guess this guy isn't dating the principal, so I got that one wrong. It's not a health issue. Didn't really run into anything too crazy other than this guy was in the military. Well, I mean, I guess it's crazy that I just assumed it was a health thing, and it just, this dude couldn't find anybody to cover he couldn't find a teacher to cover his room. That's pretty crazy. It just seems lazy, and I think that there's got to be a pervert angle to this. There's no other reason to explain it. This guy wasn't on post in the military and pissing in a can. For him to use that as an excuse seems pretty shady. As previously stated, we are actively working with the Phoenix Police Department regarding this matter. In accordance with district policy, we cannot provide details on personal matters, but we can confirm that the teacher has been placed on administrative leave, relieved of duties and arrest, blah, 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 blah. Huh. I'll take a peek at these comments. They're probably pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, like Manny says, Manny Fresh. Come on, dude, have some common sense. Excuse yourself. Like, yeah. What are the replies? Is somebody beefing with him? Yeah, he has issues, man. Teachers may not leave their students unsupervised. I mean, yeah, okay, but...
Girl, you know that ain't right.
Well, people just will never learn to properly say I have nothing to say without the assistance of counsel, and then actually keep quiet and say nothing else, as anything you say will only be used against you in the court of law. So this dude's just like, this guy should just kept his mouth shut.
That's good advice from the man over here.
Top-notch dumb decision, and if his decision-making is that poor, I wouldn't want him teaching my kids. But charging the guy with felonies that could ruin his entire life is uncalled for. Huh, one more reply. Just fire him next. But yeah, maybe he shouldn't be charged with a felony. But you don't want this guy teaching, have an opportunity to teach in another school and make the same kind of decision. I like how this guy's like, just keep quiet, man. Because, yeah, he's like, I was covered up. Yeah, this guy's like, and this one, he didn't even spell students right. Crazy, man. Like, okay, so all my predictions were wrong. All my predictions were wrong. I feel like it's kind of fucked up. But I think this was a pervy thing. I just don't understand why you would decide to piss in a can in front of these kids. There's no way it had to go that bad that you couldn't, like, who are you trying to not inconvenience? I mean, are you trying not to inconvenience the teacher over? Because if you just go, hey, look, I gotta go to the bathroom, man. I drank 4 Monsters before class started and I gotta go. Like, I feel like another teacher would be like, yeah, but you got me the next time I'm pounding fucking Starbucks all day. Like, I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's a creepy angle to this. Just when you think you've heard it all. Jesus. Let me know what you think about this crazy-ass story in the comments. But that's all I have for now. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.